What would happen to your reality if you refused to leak your life force for an entire year? Imagine a world where your presence becomes so dense that you command the environment without uttering a single syllable. This is not a dream of the weak, but the physiological reality of the elite 1%. When you contain the seed, you aren't just practicing a habit. You are building an internal nuclear reactor that reshapes your aura into a weapon of absolute influence. The modern world is designed to keep your energy scattered and your spirit hollow, but the ancient path of retention offers a ladder to the divine. Most men walk with a curved spine and restless eyes, signaling their depletion to everyone they meet. But for those who choose the fire of discipline, the aura expands until it touches everything in the room. This is the timeline of total transformation, a journey through 8 cycles of power that turn a man into a living legend. During the first 45 days, the body begins its silent alchemy, manufacturing the first concentrated grams of vital essence that serve as the foundation of your new self. This initial cycle is where the physical shell begins to straighten, and the bowed man finally stands tall. Your eyes stop scanning for safety and start broadcasting a quiet, stabilized certainty. People begin to sense that you have made a radical departure from the mediocre masses, and their respect follows your silence. As you cross into the second cycle, the chaotic noise of the mind begins to settle into a deep, resonant calm. Your skin takes on a natural glow that no commercial product can replicate, and your voice gains a metallic weight that demands attention. Desires no longer pull you like a slave. Instead, you become the master of your impulses. At this level, strangers are drawn to your energy, like moths to a flame, sensing a source of internal heat. By the third cycle of retention, the internal gravity of your soul becomes undeniable, and your decision-making sharpens into a lethal blade. Your digestion becomes a furnace, and your body feels physically warmer as the life force circulates through your nervous system. You become a pillar of stability in a world of frantic movement. It is here that people begin to seek your counsel, instinctively trusting the man who has proven he can trust himself through restraint. The fourth cycle brings a level of presence that can de-escalate conflict by its mere proximity. When you enter a room, the frantic energy of others begins to harmonize with your own regulated nervous system. Arguments die down, and tension evaporates in your shadow. Very few men ever reach this stage, where the aura acts as a silent peacekeeper. You are no longer just a participant in reality. You have become a regulator of the very atmosphere you inhabit. In the fifth cycle, your speech becomes a manifestation of truth, and your words carry a weight that makes them feel like inevitable facts. It becomes nearly impossible for others to lie in your presence, as your clarity exposes their internal contradictions. Your aura is often described as a vast blue sky, mesmerizing those who listen to you. You stop trying to convince people and start commanding their reality simply by stating your own, backed by the seed's power. The sixth cycle opens the door to rare levels of insight, where your dreams begin to offer signs and your intuition becomes a reliable compass. Your eyes gain a depth that looks through people rather than at them. At this stage, even those far senior to you in age will look toward you as a guide or a teacher. You have tapped into a universal intelligence that is only accessible to those who refuse to waste their biological gold. Reaching the seventh cycle brings a state of perpetual joy that does not rely on external triggers or hollow pleasures. Your aura becomes so pure and positive that children and animals are drawn to you, sensing a safety and vitality that is lost in most adults. You are no longer chasing happiness. Happiness is chasing you. You possess a radiance that can only be compared to a high-energy state of being, a superversion of the human potential. The final 8th cycle marks the completion of a full year, a stage reached by only 1 in a million men. At this peak, you influence millions without saying a word. In any group, your presence is the focal point, the undeniable anchor of the collective attention. Men who have lost their way will sit in your presence and leave feeling like they have regained their soul. Your aura has no limit. Extending into the world as a force of nature, semen is not a liquid to be discarded. It is the seed of the universe, the literal currency of your destiny, and the fuel for your aura. In modern life, we are taught to throw away our power for a moment of dust, but the businessman of the spirit knows better. He knows that every drop retained is a brick in the fortress of his legendary presence. To hold the seed is to hold the power to rule your own reality. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. Like, share, and subscribe to stay connected. Tons of Happy New Year 2026. Have a powerful year. Stay blessed with health and wealth. 2026 is your execution year, not a wish year. Retain your energy, build discipline, and let your actions speak louder than cravings. Every urge you master strengthens your identity. Power is not gained, it is conserved and directed. Stop leaking your potential, protect your seed, and watch your focus, confidence, and life rise together. The importance of this discipline in our chaotic era cannot be overstated, as presence has become the rarest commodity on earth. A man who is full of his own life force does not need to posture or scream for attention. He is a magnet for success because he is no longer broadcasting the signal of hunger. He is an empire of one, a sovereign who has reclaimed his throne from the distractions of the modern machine. Your aura is a storyteller that tells the world exactly how much you respect yourself and your potential. When you are depleted, your aura is small, gray, and defensive, making you invisible to the high-value opportunities of life. But when you are on the path of retention, your aura is vast and luminous. It acts as a filter that repels the parasitic and attracts the powerful, organizing your social hierarchy for you. This transformation is a return to your default settings, the state of greatness you were born for before the world told you to be small. By protecting the seed, you are honoring the ancient blueprint of the warrior, the monk, and the king. You are choosing a life of density over a life of leakage. This is the real-life example of a man who stopped being a victim of his urges and became a god of his own existence. Every day you hold the line is a day you invest in the expansion of your cosmic influence. You are building a reservoir of energy that will eventually overflow into your work, your relationships, and your legacy. The path is not easy, but the view from the top of the 8th cycle is worth every moment of tension. You aren't just surviving. You are flourishing in a way that is incomprehensible to the average man. Retention is the ultimate act of self-love, a daily ritual of choosing your future self over your current craving. It is the realization that your body is a temple meant to hold the flame of the divine, not a vessel to be emptied into the dark. When you treat your essence as sacred, the world responds by treating you as a master. You are the architect of your own gravity, the captain of your own internal sea. As you walk through the timeline of the aura, you will notice that you care less about being liked and more about being aligned. Approval loses its urgency because you are already full from within. This emotional independence is the final shield of the master, making you untouchable by the opinions of the small-minded. You move through the world with the quiet confidence of a man who knows he carries the seed of the universe. The world bows in silence to the man who has mastered himself, for he is the rarest creature in the modern landscape. He is a source of light in a room full of shadows, a point of stillness in a hurricane of noise. By the end of the year, you won't recognize the man who started this journey. You will have become a structure of pure, unmistakable presence that can never be shaken. If you have the courage to reach for the 8th cycle, the universe will provide the path. Do not let another drop of your potential be wasted on the altar of mediocrity. Sign your name in the book of the elite and begin your climb toward the light. The journey of the aura starts with a single decision to stay whole, to stay dense, and to stay the master of your own soul. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. Like, share, and subscribe to stay connected. Tons of Happy New Year 2026. Have powerful year. Stay blessed with health and wealth. Rule your kingdom with the silence of a king and the fire of a dragon, for you are the guardian of the seed. Let the world wonder at your change while you enjoy the fruits of your discipline. This is your life, your power, and your destiny. Protect it, circulate it, and watch as you gain the power to rule the universe from the inside out.